gatano arisha ibiri wagakusitiyaho Elizova Ntumuhimbise Patrick bwa mweso munyakashari igufa tsa gatano turi mu kibuga cya Kampala ihanga ya Uganda ryehireyo okubangura amahiga East African Standby Force na mnongo gahereza ubukoryo bwo kurwanira umwanya ibyagambwa Minister w'ibyo kwerinda byihanga Honorable Kiryo Wachiwanka uyaba nabugabuganaho na Director wa Eastern African Stand Force Brigadier General Roland Ruivanga ahambuga za Ministry enkuru omucyange cya Kampala omurimbuye.
Deputy CDF is here for us. We can assure you that we shall have our search and air rescue capabilities available to the East African Standby Force, of course subject to the necessary operating procedures. But as far as the government of Uganda is concerned, you have no doubt about our commitment, our absolute commitment to this standby force. We know that these capabilities are important and we shall make them available. It is not that that is all we need, but that is what we can do now. But all our forces remain available to maintaining peace in the East African region. So it is not about what we put on paper and say this is what is available to you. Everything that is available to the Uganda People's Defense Forces is available to the people of Eastern Africa in as far as it has anything to do with maintaining peace and security in our region. So may I say this without any fear of contradiction. I don't even have to go to my commander-in-chief because he has said it several, that our existence as Uganda is anchored on the safety and security of our neighbors. We cannot be an island of peace, and therefore the peace in the Eastern Africa region, because we need to be very clear about what we are talking about. We are not talking about East Africa. We are talking about Eastern Africa. Yeah, because we have an East Africa which is known, but we are talking about Eastern Africa. So we can assure you, Director and your team, that you have our full and complete support. We shall be available. Those that we have put on paper, what you saw when you did your visit is available to you, but a lot more is available to peace and security in the region if it becomes necessary.
We have begun a new concept, a very important concept of HANDS, humanitarian assistance and disaster support. We realized, sir, that this is an area where you will not have political contradictions, because in disasters everybody is vulnerable, and therefore as a region it is important for us to have the capacity to respond to natural disasters, which we believe we are all prone to. So the seventh scenario among the scenarios that were developed by the African Union is an area that we are looking at, in which we can work together as a region to respond to emerging crisis, disaster-related crisis. So I'm glad to announce that the countries that have pledged so far, Uganda is now included. We have Ethiopia, which pledged strategic airlift. That is a C-130, which is quite a big aeroplane that basically transports troops from one area to another. Kenya pledged air reconnaissance, so they'll be able to reconnoiter the areas that have been affected by disaster to allow us to effectively deploy. Rwanda deployed medical evacuation assets, which are have been tested in the field in different scenarios. Now we are very happy that the search and rescue capabilities, which have also been tested, as I have been informed by the UPDF leadership, with your guidance and with your support, we can now register them as one of those assets that we have at our disposal in the event of the need for us to work together to respond to a given crisis beyond our borders. Sir, I believe that working together is the best way we can deal with different scenarios of crisis in the region.
As the honorable ministers put it clearly, we are ready because we have the knowledge, we have the experience, have the capability, we have the capacity. So we shall take up that task as required. And then finally, yeah, it is our strategic defense. Strategic defense cannot be achieved by one hand. When I talk of one hand, I mean one country. It is very difficult. And when you look into our countries, we are small provinces. So we need each other if we are to be safe. So now our strength is actually derived from our unity. When we are one, we shall be solid. And this is the direction our leaders have taken. So we need to support the strategy, we need to support the cohesion, and make sure that we remain safe in this turbulent world.
Who are in uniform without consulting the uniform. So if you send them one by one, that is how long it's going to take, because they'll go to uniform.
Polisi ya Hanguto hamwe n'ebyiriko mu ihanga erya Uganda yarabura abavugi na munonga barukose nguto ombwire bwekiro okwegendesereza na no kuvuga kurungi nkakamanyiso ko kumaraho za butando zikanyira Hanguto ebyagambwa okitinisa SP Kananura Michael oguno mugambirizi wa polisi ya Hanguto mu ihanga erya Uganda ubuyaba nagamba n'abanyamakuru.
The Directorate of Traffic and Road Safety registered a number of road traffic crashes during the past week, and these crashes claimed lives and left other people injured. They involved the public service vehicles, that is commuter taxis and buses, Sinotrucks and other private vehicles. The major causes of these crashes included speeding, careless overtaking, and reckless driving. Among the notable crashes that were registered last week, they included a fatal crash at Kamuunga Trading Center along the Ruera stretch in Rukaya on the 3rd August 2026. It was in the night at about 11:40 p.m. and this involved a commuter taxi and a Sinotruck. This crash claimed 13 lives, who included that of the taxi driver, and injured 4 people, who included the driver of the Sinotruck, who was identified as Chiega Ibra Mokasa. The Sinotruck driver is believed to have drifted from his lane while the 2 vehicles were traveling at a high speed, which resulted in a head-on collision. The driver of the Sinotruck has since been charged and is required to answer 16 counts relating to causing death and bodily injuries through reckless driving. While undergoing treatment, he remained under police guard and has been discharged and is appearing in court today to answer the charges that were preferred against him. Another fatal crash occurred on the 5th of August at Kachira along the Jinja Iganga Highway. It was at about 10 p.m. in the night, where a commuter taxi rammed into a moving and unknown truck from the rear. 3 people, including the taxi driver, died on spot, while 10 others were injured. And this was due to excessive speed. You will notice one common thing with all the highlighted crashes, that they all occurred during the night. Now, night driving presents additional risks because visibility is reduced, making it more difficult for drivers to detect like pedestrians, other vehicles, road obstructions, and other hazards in sufficient time. Fatigue is also a significant concern and a silent killer, because we all ask ourselves, for these people who drive in the night, is it that they have rested during the day? Of course not. To some, work all day, but then they force themselves onto the steering wheels during the night. And like I've told you, that fatigue is a silent killer. Something that cannot be detected by the officers, something that can only be detected by you as the driver. So we thus urge motorists to avoid unnecessary night journeys where possible. Drivers should ensure that they are adequately rested before embarking on a journey, maintain safe and appropriate speeds, use properly functioning headlights and other vehicle lights, exercise maximum caution, avoid careless overtaking, and stop and rest whenever you feel you are tired. Speeding and careless overtaking are dangerous, especially at night, because of reduced visibility. This limits the time available to identify and respond to approaching vehicles and other hazards, just in case. Lastly, arriving late is better than not arriving at all. Slow down, rest when tired, and avoid careless overtaking.
Bwanyuma ya Minister wa Government z'ebyanga Uwikitinisa Honorable Baramu Bargahare Ateny okwinguza iteka yo kukinga bamabara abarikora omubwire butashire abanyambarara babasa kwetombwitira itekeri bagumizengu yabanyiga munonga okubagira ngo bigure sha mwenda ezo mwebazyo. Honorable Baramu Bargahara nagira ngo zitakikire sha mwenda izoberukora okurwo kubanza mpaka orwa katano tine muntu nomwe ashimye kubana igura ebara okutunda amarwa.
Bwanyuma ya Minister wa Government z'ebyanga Baramu Bargahare Ateny okora byawe kiragiro cyo kugira ngo amabara gagume gigure sha mwenda zihangwe ubwato mushaci witu yasakwa narabo myanye tari mwenemwe okubugamba nabakama bamabara ahitekeri abo babasakwa n'abarwe bagira ngo iteka ryari ryo kwigura sha mwenda nabagarike batawiteka babacendereza hamishoro
kosa bwenshonga hati noreba bakataha imishoro myinji aha mabara kandi ntushashore imishoro myinji income tax za revenue tax zona ntushashore hati watugambira ngo twigure shaha mwenda tukinge shaha mukaga gociro ezese intuza gukora tuta ba customers bitu tubatandikana kuruga shaha inaza kasheshekara ni kusyo umchuro hati mwatugira ngo mazima tushimiye kwa twigura shaha mwenda tukinge shaha mukaga gociro tinkwamya ngo ntujya kukubasa kushashura imishoro ya government nija kuturema abo kwatuntuza kwatakora
zakuteganisibwa mu kihango kubanga itoka bamabara bakastoma kare bakastoma ni nota kubatera simu kubanbere kandi nota kumanisha batugira ngo bayija shaha mwenda kandi mukaga gociro turu kucinga abo ni ndeba ngo ekintu kikuba kiremera mukaci
kumaraho nacyo namwe nanisha ba government twere tugume twigure shanka mukaga tugarika tukingesha mukaga bwe mushore bire nyingi
tandikisha mwendo gukora nobwe twenda tugume tandikisha ina tukinge mukaga
bakaba baraba nibenda government omberaje byara guguma yataho bagume bayegendesereze barebwe ngo basakwa bayamba abantu baburijo atari kubanyiga munonga aba nibagira ngo nibine kushashura abakozi okushashura emishoro ayi barukora n'ahandi nabwe cyiteka nkere turi kubayamba
nisha ba government ngo byo biragira byetira amabara itucenderezeho at least tuyihisha hina sishanga munana gucura ubu ntibasa gukora ntitutuganyirwemo nkabaka amabati ba business na government ganyirwemo twantuhereze imishoro yayo
habwembere kwatirine n'umushoro na rent n'abakozi abutko batwira nishaba kugira ngo government tuyambe twikirizangane kugira ngo etuherezemo kugira ngo tutandike shaha mukaga bene tucinge shaha mukaga gocho
we Robert Katsime obinji bari kumanyanka Charlton Kamomo wa Charlton Guest House kandi we yabasakwa na hagiri tekeri arugira ngo abantu kucero mu mabara nibaba batakakozire ngo kandi tari kumana bakwiye sente zo kunywa maro
muntu shaha mwenda no wargira umusiri shaha mwenda no wargira abamwe bambatebekereza ko bwo mu office nanyo kunywa kwa kashishi tinkuchadra abo kuba hatogorire nanywa wo kuza kunywa kasheshe we yazikora shazinga hato shanga umuntu akabaye mu misoro gwa hinjire ariko umuntu narebe to kuzanywa nizi no kubyakora byo no kwinga ningo mutoke ninga kutera amashashankaga hato umuntu ariko umbara sinze nyo ni ndamwe shonga ya baramu kugira ngo tuyigure shaha mwenda injire bakashonga nunje munonga icyo nkiza kumanyisa ki ngo shaha zakasheshe twena tuzomukora kuturakore twinuka abo kwa shamushanju no warga kurya chamushana kuwarga kurya chamushana wana nyonje masangu shamunana hatorwa umuhanda shamwenda wakankai ahabara watandika wenyure cyo kunywa cyawe
Moses Kabiroza Siola ogunkansara wabwizwera Toma Town Council district ya Mbarara najangwa abantu okuchera bara kibe cyarengeserize kandi kiretire n'amakaminji gashenyuka emyeta yayijumbiro mushuma hamwe n'ebindi
zimwe district za chemure sinja za tiro bayiro zo jango zitanike gukora muri zo shaha konkanyo kushaba kwanje kabe kubwana no muramwa murungi abo kubanka cyo twena twicaza amaroga tusisire twena n'abantu abo ganyo nabo gabasisire na nito gatusisire mwene kuba kugira restriction ejo janga tanuke gukora shaha mwenda sasha mukaga kabe cyo ni konko kushaba kwanje kunani iteka yo kugira abo kugira ngo aba mabara nabo ntibenda mu mushoro nka government n'ibintu abakoza bakozesa bakushashora kandi
abwari TV yagashungwire gasha kwa Der Katsime umurembara
Nibyebyo ebiro n'ubwira musabantu akasyo nakahendo antija kutekaho ahamukutuyitu no tugambira cyo kuteka aha kwigurwa ko mabara shaha mwenda kandi gakacinga shaha mukaga zekiro ekiro kakana so kucibire kiri okunywa yuwayendera ukatahira ayuwayendera abekibina echa Rotary club echa hoyi machitara batongoze huriyo kwatira habacara abarukuzara hamwe n'abana barukuzarwa ehureji bagitongoza barukayo obuhereza bwe bukwato ebirumu ebyo kukozesa wabanozara hamwe n'ebyo kurebera umwana yaheza kuzarwa ahirwa rero hange rya Hoima Regional Referral Hospital
abekibina echa Rotary abwaho imachitara basakwa n'amatongoza ehuru yo kushagika ebyamagara na mnonga abacara abarukwana bazara negenderwa cyo kucendezo mbarugwa abancara abarukwana bazara hamwe n'abana barukufa bamara kuzarwa umumarwaro gataraga munagamo Ureji yasakwa netongorizwa irwaro eriyaho Regional Referral Hospital na namukuru w'ekibina echa Rotary Club Hoima Chitara Raymond Mugume aho hari kugira ngo abacaro kuzara n'amagaraga abana abamara kuzarwa n'ikintu cy'ukuru munonga Mugume najangu ekigenderwa neco kushagika akucendezo mbaro gw'abakurufera.
Today, working with our friends at Softcare Uganda, we have donated over 200 packs to new and expectant mothers at Hoima Regional Referral Hospital. We are reaching out to these mothers and children because we want them to have a good start in life. The Rotaract Club of Hoima Kitara will be doing this for the whole Rotary year. We shall be reaching out to mothers and also reaching out to maternal units of hospitals. At Duoli Health Center 3, we shall be doing some works in the ward itself.
omukutongoza kaba Rotary Club bakwatanise n'aba soft care basakwa bahe ebintu bitari mwe na bumwe na mnonga abacyara mwirwarere umbi abahebwa harimo pads za pampa hamwe n'ebinde bakoresa bamara kuzara n'ingashibana bazara harugambira mukoro gutashamici ogu n'orukure by'amagara omukitongore cya soft care najyango kushagika abacyara omurubunyoro n'ekigenderwa cyo kwenda kuretera amagara gawo gaba marungi.
This is a countrywide plan. Yes, so we visit different regions of Uganda. Today we are in Hoima. Okay, we are in the western part. We are in Hoima now. We are moving to Fort Portal next. We are going to move to Kasese. As I said, it's a countrywide plan. Hoima. Okay, we've decided to visit the western part of Uganda, but this is a countrywide plan as soft care, and today we worked with the Low Tract Club because they have soft hearts like we are soft care. Whenever you support us, whenever you buy products from soft care, our hearts are really widely open to help those that don't have. That's why we really visit different hospitals,
giving them items that will be of use to them, giving them diapers, wipes, sanitary pads and others. The Rotary Club of Hoima Kitara will continue serving the community in Hoima district and Hoima city through other initiatives. We just won the ECOP Green Schools initiative where we're going to be giving wash services. We're going to be giving clean water and water accessories. We still continue with our Greenway project where we are greening our areas and also reminding the communities to conserve our heritage.
Bamwe omuri bamama irwa reri abitwasakwana tugamba nabo basakwana boreko kushemererwa abo kubashagika kandi bagira ngo ubona abana babo nibaza kugira amagara marungi.
Sima basofiti diapers, wipes na sanitary pads. Tusima munabaruka kandi sima ahantu kama yone.
Ange eri soft care company obuweereza bwetuwadde eno mu Hoima Regional Referral Hospital batuwadde pampers nga mbiraba wipes tubebaza n'abalotale bonna abagiddeko tubebaza byonna byemutukoledde tusiimye nnyo tusiimidde ddala nga ffe abakyala bayambye abaana baffe.
Abgali TV yagashungwire gashakwa George Tinka omuruhoima.
Tuenda kwibaza aba Rotary Club of Bunyoro Kitara omuruhoima mwebare munonga okureba ngumwakwatiraho abazire bihanga. Abazire abashomesa hamwe n'abeji bashabwa kutaguma kushitamira intaranta z'abana ande byagambwa bebembezi aha mukoro gukoreka intaranta z'amashomero omucyanga ekyamukono.
Amashomero agarukurenga 10 omu district ya Mukono nugo gize nigahayahayana omagomborera gabo amitende itari yemwe nemwe omumpaka zo kweshongora okuzina hamwe no kuzana za Katemba kandi rizoba impakezi zasakwane zendera zurukendera ishomero rya Kisowera Church of Uganda Primary School. Amashomero mushanju nugo gara bamukweta barengo rwa finalo aho abeji basakwana bahayahayana ombyeshongoro omukuzina ombikuvuga omaraka mwene bindi. Amukorogu orukuru bikurambura amashomero mu district ya Mukono wekinisa Anita Namayanja wajokera DEO Rashid Chikomeko umugamba kwe yasakwa nasima bakuru b'amashomero abaryo bakashara mu kutendeka abana ebyo kuzina okweshongora okutagurira hamwe no kugambira ebyivugo bitarumwe namwe.
Actually close the gap as the name states. We have come to close the gap from the private wing. Kubanga mwadde mwenyigira mu buli kintu board. Music agenda kufuka mandatory masomero gonna omwaka ogujja. Kyabuwaze buli somero ligenda kola MDD omwaka ogujja. So abali out there mubagambe nja kati kifuse kyabuwaze kubanga abantu bafa abawano botofula bintu bimu byabuwaze babitwalanga ebitalina nsonga.
There, teachers. It is not so easy to present the performances that have been presented.
Orukure music dance and drama district ya Mukono Emmanuel Kalange yasakwa nayo reko butashemerwa abwa amashomero agizire ngazibira abana babo kwetaba bintu kebi nko kushaba DEO kuteka wecheragiro ngo haguma yije urunkeji bona bagetabe
Trainers for the good work so far done. According to the master of ceremonies, the comment has been good, that the performance has been extremely very good.
Jengwe byaza kwenderera ishomero ya St Agnes na Garama Girls Primary School ndiyo ryabasakwanira singa amashomero mu district ya Mukono nobonero runana 20 bakuratirwe Gapu Junior School na Mataba nobonero rushanju 50 agakora tona Mataba Church of Uganda Primary School nobonero kaga 50 hamwe na gandi
terimu byakusomesa byokka wabula ebyokuyimba abaana bakoledde ddala bulungi nyomba kubuildinga confidence one kyosobola okuyimira mu bantu ng'omukulembeze ekirala mutumbula ebitone.
Lieutenant General Jack Bakasumba, Chief of Staff ahabwa Uganda People's Defense Forces ya higamahanga gari mu East Africa okwatanisa ombyo kwerinda nko muringo gumwe kumara emitebanko Elione yongera umahanga agorjero orwa Africa. Lieutenant General Bakasumba ibabwambira mu rukiko rwa 36 orwa Ordinary Policy Working Group abwa East African Standby Force omur Kampala.
Eastern Africa is a region of extraordinary promise. Our growing economies, youthful population, expanding regional connectivity and increasing cooperation offer tremendous opportunities for shared prosperity. The diversity of expertise gathered here reflects one of the greatest strengths of the Eastern Africa Standby Force. Every member state contributes valuable experience and perspectives that enrich our collective understanding and strengthen our shared capability to address the challenges before us. Together we have demonstrated that cooperation remains our greatest strategic advantage. Together we can continue building institutions that are stronger, more responsive, and better prepared to serve future generations. Together we can ensure that Eastern Africa remains a region where peace is safeguarded, dialogue prevails over conflict, and shared prosperity becomes an enduring reality.
Ladies and gentlemen, we meet at a defining moment in the peace and security landscape of our region and our continent. Eastern Africa continues to face increasingly complex security environment characterized by terrorism, violent extremism, unconstitutional changes in government, transnational organized crime, maritime insecurity, cyber threats, humanitarian crises, and the growing effects of climate change on peace and security. At the same time, we are witnessing important shifts in the financing and architecture of the peace support operations across the continent. So this reduction in external support to peace operations, including arson, sends a clear message that Africa must increasingly prepare to shoulder greater responsibility for its own peace and security. For USF, this should not be viewed as a challenge alone. It should be viewed as an opportunity. An opportunity to demonstrate that the Eastern African Standby Force is ready to assume greater operational roles in accordance with its mandate under the Africa Peace and Security Architecture. An opportunity for us to demonstrate that our investments in planning over the last 20 years, training and capacity building, force verifications, and interoperability through exercise have prepared us to respond rapidly and effectively whenever called upon.
The environment within which the Eastern Africa Standby Force operates continues to evolve. Regional security challenges are becoming increasingly interconnected. Institutional expectations are also growing, and the demand for responsive, accountable, and effective regional mechanisms continues to increase. These realities require us to continually review our policies, procedures, and institutional frameworks to ensure that they remain fit for purpose. Our responsibility is therefore not simply to preserve existing systems, but to examine them critically, identify opportunities for improvement, and recommend practical measures that enhance the effectiveness and efficiency and long-term sustainability of the force.
Edakika 33 zo zarabo mushayitu ya kabiri mu bibazo cyaba kirecho kacite cyo kubanza tugirize tumureho ntugaruka utakaragaho.
This is Elite Television. Gamba Nokora. Nitsebeza izuba ryawe buri zuba habwa programu zitwe nunge kurugo mu kutebekanisa mpaka twikira hambeho na programu zitwe ziri kushemeza eziri kwegesa
rukundo eshweke imbaraga zo mukazi
amaneze kuretera kashe kwa matama obori kora
sezi zakariza makara zitoye tugorra uniform bagajyangu neci
kwa remote yawe ugikomerehe nyina Elite TV nari tukura terambitimbagano yitu ya Elite TV ahasigara shemerera nitwe Elite TV gamba nokora
uza kuko urunaku rwo kushakara nijyari yagarukamo ni buri sande Gasharifa mu Resort live band abana barateze ndongo n'ururimi kandi jibandi ya leta n'ubukojo busa Gasharifa mu Resort gugo yakugambira wachiurira mbi twine deluxe cottages gardens z'embaga nezabusha twine steam na sauna hamwe na gym swimming pool uragamize dibi oruge mudobe nakugira chakara government neramanye cherambi Gasharifa mu Resort yayongera mukacumbane mu kucakara iweja mutonto rubaya mbarara district ahasigara ni kusindi cha Ruhanga message teresi meze zorareba
Erizoba Elite TV.
abakazi n'abishiki toilets n'ebisheshero ebikwejunisibwa abantu bingi nitubyejunisa burizo konko bukoko buri kurwaza obubirumu nibutamagara gawo mukabi Honeypot Herbal Gentle Wash nicyo kintu cyo kwereberera omubicweka byitu by'ekihama ekikirizibwa abashaho bamagara nekorwa White Mark Cosmetics okurwanisa no kukingira infections kurwo mu myanya erikwejunisibwa bingi Honeypot ni kace okuza mushaho yawe yo mu ngaro kinamana go kurinda kageze sibwe kandi katongozwa National Drug Authority gumana ko burijo aha murumo omukatare nahanjene yetungire Honeypot omuri pharmacy neduka y'emibazi hono mu Uganda omuri Mbara Kashanje omumataji gona aga Ankole Pharmacy ebirukiraho tera notu mushanju mukaga mushanju chenda nemwe chenda na mukaga notu mukaga ninga notu mushanju notu mwenda ashatu nemwe abinishatu abina mukaga Honeypot Herbal Gentle Wash echokwerinisa burijo burahamwa horukuzi
nibagira ngo nicyetagise cya rucyona okuza omwana konkito ha ebosako nitwikiriza ngo ebirungi birgo mututu ubwe twabana tuombekanyensya bika oyeguze guro mugaba bwashirinje mitware ebiri kandi amuhirwa umwaka ntukuteramu amagoba twinire rone za buri kika nozitungo mbwire aha amagoba make bika yihayo kandi oshashure bishare nk'amashanyarazi nebindi urukosa ebo mobile banking app ninga nyiga star 2 not hash ukora trendagero kosa ubuherezo bwa vav card aha interswitch ATM machine zona kumanya biri kukiraho tuhikirira info@ebo.co.ug nari teresimu note mushanju mwenda 55 note 323 note mushanju 82 mushanju note emwe 8 mukaga tushanga office yitwa nkuru omurwizi werambara district nari aha mataji gitugona omuyihanga ryona Ebo Financial Services nekura terengenderwa ya banki nkuru ya Uganda kandi eyine sako license number 001 esente zawe nizikuma ba Deposit Protection Fund. Ebo Financial Services buto ekorera bukuru.
Yo, Ugandans and world travelers alike. Kashari Resort Tours and Travel brings Uganda in a vibe you have never seen before. Kale, welcome to the Pearl of Africa, the land of adventure, luxury and unforgettable memories. Start your journey at Makshan Falls, where the Nile squeezes through the rocks to create the most epic waterfalls. Hey, the views will leave you speechless. Then, take a chilled boat ride at Queen Elizabeth National Park, sport lions, elephants, and the famous tree climbing lion of Inshasha. Life is good here.